What's up, everybody? So we're back one more time. I'm, of course, Jonathan Lynham, and I've got my boys here, Colton Flat and Caleb Mabry. Good to see you, boys.
Hey everybody.
Good to see you guys.
How's Savannah treating you?
Um, Good as ever, I guess. Last night we had some pretty wild lightning up in the sky as I was driving to work. It looked pretty
Really?
insane.
Dude, did you? That was so crazy.
It
Like,
was crazy lightning.
yeah, that was weird.
It
We're
looked
not gonna
awesome.
we're not gonna get into conspiracy theories here, but we'll just say it was odd.
I'm sure there was like a giant like air carrier flying above us. Like very World War II esque
Mm.
Hmm.
with like
So speaking
probably
of
some. Oh,
speaking
go
of
ahead.
being around World War II, we're here talking about Indiana Jones
I
and
love
the
Indiana Jones.
and the Temple of Doom. So this is before World War II, of course. And this is like what the year before Raiders, so this is 1935.
That's what it opens up. When it opens up, that's what it says.
So have you guys played Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb?
I have not.
Because that game
Have
takes
not.
place right before the beginning of this movie.
Hmm.
Does it
Like,
reference like the item he has? Like the
I mean, I think it closes with Indy doing some work for the Triad gangster, Lao Che or whatever.
yeah.
I think he's in the game at the end, or there's something like that. That's a really good game. It's got some difficult parts, but you guys should check it out if you ever want to play a Indiana Jones game. That's not the new one, of course.
I just want to throw something out there. Why does Indy always end up working for these people? Is it just because they have dispensable money,
No, I
or
would
is he
think
really
so.
that bad of a do what?
I would think so. Just
Oh,
because
or
they
is he
have,
just
the means to an end that that Indiana Jones wants. So that's why he uses them. That's what I would think, at least.
I so I could get that, but I mean, it is like every time, like he is dealing with the worst of the worst
The
individuals. Is it like that in the
gangsters
novels?
and
Is it like that in the novels too?
I mean, yeah, sometimes. But I
Okay,
mean, like from our conversation we had the other day, there's some crazy characters in the novels. The one that we were talking about the other day had to
I
do with King Arthur.
I barely remember that conversation. You might have to refresh my memory, or we can talk about it after the pod.
Talking about Merlin,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
like he's literally in one of the Indiana Jones novels.
I do need to read that one.
But yeah, he is always involved with really seedy characters, isn't he?
Yeah,
Like,
like it almost makes you think like he's a terrible choice. Like he's a terrible judge of character.
yeah, I mean, well, like he wants what he wants, and I guess he realizes he's gonna have to deal with
The
the worst of the
ramifications.
worst to get it sometimes.
It's kind of like in on Her Majesty's Secret Service where MI6 teams up with the mafia to get to Blofeld.
Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Yeah, but the mafia wasn't that bad, and and
Not as bad as these guys. No, I'll agree with that. But
like
you know,
those guys actually ended up becoming the good guys. So, which I guess you could compare to the Mahajadeen and the Living Daylights.
Yeah.
So,
there's another example.
So our Paramount Mountains open up and become a gong here. And what club are they at, Colton?
Club Obi-Wan, and there
Yes.
are several Star Wars references in this movie.
We got the multiverse, the Star Wars Indiana Jones verse going haywire here. So these girls are singing "Anything Goes," and if either of y'all played the Fallout games,
No, I have not.
Which one specifically?
Fallout 3 is the one this song was on.
Uh, I no, I don't think so. I don't think I have played that one.
Well, there's a song by Cole Porter that I always liked. So seeing it here, I liked it. So we got these triad bosses, these Chinese mobsters. And what do you think about when we see Indy in this Connery Goldfinger-esque suit? tux dinner jacket.
I think it looks dashing.
Yeah, he pulls it off well.
Yeah. So this is really like a callback to the Bond movies, you know?
I
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I can't think of any other race.
Yeah, like it's just you get to play as Indy in that tux in that game I was telling you about.
well, I got to buy this game. Was it on
Yep.
PS3 and Xbox 360?
It's on I mean you can get it on your Xbox One, you'll be able to download it from that.
That's probably where I need to get it because they do that enhanced graphics stuff. So that'd probably be the best place to play it.
Have you already said when was that game released?
I don't even know. You can
Okay,
look it up if you want to. Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb.
okay.
2003, 2002, something like that, maybe.
Uh,
2004.
So while we're in this scene, we're introduced to Willie and we're introduced to the triad characters. What's your first impressions of Willie's character?
I mean, very materialistic,
Yeah.
very annoying, you know,
obnoxious
obnoxious.
is the word that comes to mind.
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously meant to be played that way, you know.
Yeah.
She's a pivotal character.
Yeah.
So
So does that like diminish the movie any for you guys?
yes,
Okay. Me too. Like she's the worst part of this movie by far.
man.
I don't think it diminishes. No, I don't think it takes away from anything.
So I'm not saying like it ruins the movie. I'm just saying this is definitely why I don't think this movie is as good as Raiders.
You don't think this movie's as good as Raiders?
No,
Wow, boys.
definitely
Kid,
not.
let
I'm
me
not
let
saying it's
me.
a bad movie. Go
No,
ahead, Kate.
it's not. It's not. No, no, go ahead.
So I think Marion is just a better character
Well, I mean,
overall.
yeah, like I agree, yeah.
So like it just makes me be like, how did Indy get saddled with this character? Which I mean, it's not because she's a woman. If there was a man doing the same thing she was doing, I would be equally as annoyed.
Well, yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, yeah.
Okay.
But
It's just the way they wrote the character, I guess.
yeah,
But I mean, and like she does have useful moments in the film later on. It's just like,
yeah.
dang,
Uh total different dynamic than Marion, you know what I mean?
yeah. Marion is self sufficient.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
like
Marion's
Willie,
pretty much like Lois Lane or whatever, you know what I mean? She's awesome, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
she's
Like this
definitely awesome.
girl is a complete different type of character than
Okay, that's actually a pretty good defense. Like it would be kind of redundant if we just had the same old relationship
yeah.
dynamic again. So, but now, God, she's still annoying, dude. um, but um,
Well, like you know, watching this movie and seeing her several scenes, I think they use her to like provide comic relief. Like say later
they
on whenever
try. They
what
certainly try.
like whenever they have
Some of it
her like you
possible.
know getting thrown off the elephant, which I imagine they put in there for the little kids. Because I mean, I don't
Why
think
are
that
kids
stuff like
watching
that.
this movie, John? Kids don't need to be watching this movie.
Well, it's
I think
PG.
yeah. Um,
Wow,
and I
man,
also think they use
there's
her for like trying to maybe some of the scenes that get a little bit dark, you know,
okay
try to like
to provide balance. That
yeah,
makes
like
sense.
a little bit, you know.
I mean, if
Um,
it wasn't for her, Indy would be dead like a few times over in this
no,
movie.
oh yeah, but
So
no, I mean, this is not. She's not my favorite of Indy's women.
Sidekicks.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
obviously Marion. I mean, there's no other one that could be that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
I'll say this. I'm not completely against her character. I was kind of like playing it up. But this movie started off like the first 10 to 15 minutes in my mind, I was like, dude, this is gonna be better than Raiders? Am I gonna be one of those guys that likes this movie more than Raiders? And then the more she was on screen, the less I liked the movie. And that's all I'll say.
yeah.
so
Fair enough, Caleb. I totally agree. Uh, but I think while she irks me equally as much, we have Short Round, which I think
Sure.
I think he makes the movie way better for
Yeah,
me.
I mean, short
He
round, man. Like, you know, I mean, okay, I'm just gonna say this. I always thought it was weird, Indiana Jones. I'm figuring Indiana Jones is older than Yeah, we know how old he is because so this is 1935. He was born in 1899, so he's 36 years old in this movie.
Yeah,
I just always thought it's kind of weird. Like, you got this 36-year-old dude hanging out with this little Chinese kid. Like, how old is he supposed to be? Like, I mean,
probably
you should
eight, 9
watch.
years old.
You should watch Back to the Future.
like, so you got this grown man, his like under 10-year-old sidekick over here. That being said, like, yeah, man, I love Short Round. I mean,
I do too. He's awesome.
Yeah,
like, just a great character altogether. Like,
I liked him as a kid, so they did their job well. I think.
and that's
That's
another
a,
character I obviously put in there to provide a little bit, I guess they knew that parents were going to be taking their kids to see this movie, so put
A
a
relatable
character the
character.
kids can relate to, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
And
think that movie succeeds in that. This movie succeeds in that aspect. I think.
I mean, Short Round, like, hey, Short Round's pretty cool though. He
Is I know he's not in any more of the films. Spoilers for people that haven't seen them. Is he any more in any more of the expanded universe novels?
I don't think so.
That is a missed opportunity. But I'm sorry, I keep just deriving from the plot of the film.
No, that's fine. Um, so we also get one of Indy's buddies. What's his name? Um, I can't even remember his name.
I'll look his name up real quick because I liked this character and it was very short lived.
okay, so we're talking about the waiter, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, that's no waiter.
True. Yeah. Good point. I love that shot of the champagne glass. I guess that's what it is. Implying that he got shot before you see the blood
Yeah,
come through his shirt. That was awesome.
That is awesome. That's handled really tastefully.
yeah.
Yes.
So of course he gets shot, and Indy is poisoned.
Wuhan.
Wuhan, okay. And we actually get a little moment with Indy and Wuhan as Wuhan goes into the great unknown mystery before Indy does, meaning he's dead. He's dying.
He went first.
They did.
Which his line delivery there is super sad. I think it was kind of beautiful in its own way.
It was. Yeah.
So Indy wants this diamond and he drinks his martini and he gets poisoned, so he's got to get this antidote. So pretty
Antidote
much
to
just
what?
what?
Antidote to what?
To the poison he just ingested?
To the poison you just drank, Dr. Jones. I like that line. I like line delivery.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Um, this scene just goes to chaos though.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it
do like
escalates quickly.
when he takes that skewer and throws it at that dude, like,
Dude, I would freak out if I watched myself get impaled with a skewer.
yeah, like,
Didn't the same thing happen in Diamonds Are Forever at the end?
um,
No. He never stabbed anybody with it, but he was holding the skewers when he caught on fire, right?
yeah, Mr. Kid was, yeah.
Mr. Yeah. Okay. I knew that it looked kind of familiar, but yeah. Um,
But yeah, like, I mean, it's just everything's going crazy, like, uh, there's ice all over the floor, there's balloons, there's dancing, there's Tommy guns getting shot, like, Indian Willie running behind the gong.
that was
Uh,
awesome.
yeah. And so they escape, they roll off a building and into a car, which is, of course, driven by Short Round. What do you think about this car, guys?
I mean, what kind of
Pretty
car?
sweet. Pretty sweet getaway car.
I think that's called a Duesenberg or something like that.
Okay.
Really, really ostentatious, like, you
An
know,
expensive kind of car.
yeah, like I mean, I imagine this is probably one of the most expensive cars from back then. Like, I mean,
So it's safe to assume they boosted it,
no, I'm
or
probably,
or it's safe to assume that Short Round boosted it.
yeah.
He's a
Yes,
very ingenuitive little fellow.
yes, very resourceful, that little guy. 1934 Duesenberg Auburn convertible.
How much was it new in the whatever currency they were using in Shanghai at the time?
Uh,
Also, would they have been using British currency?
One thing at a time. Um, what would that be? Yen? Would that be yen?
I'm
Well,
not.
no, that's Japanese. It'd be one, I guess.
Idiot. Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay.
So
So uncultured, man. Hey, real quick. Um, so when they jump out of the window and they land in the car, um, Willie asks, she's like, so what's your name or something like that. And for some reason that line setup made me automatically think like the next line was gonna be Bond, James Bond. I don't know why. It just seemed like naturally that's what would come next. I don't know.
no,
Yes.
it definitely feels like that type of scene. They played that really well.
Um, so they're having a shootout with gangsters. Um, I, I like that scene where Short Round's like, Dr. Jones, this is no time for love. Whenever Indy's trying to get the antidote.
Yeah.
They the fact that the fact that Shorthound even knows
Yeah,
what he assumes that Indy is doing that means this boy has been exposed to far too many things.
yeah. Like the fact that Short Round would even think that Indy would be doing that, like while in his presence, like
And also it kind of gives us a little character detail of Indy
yeah,
And Shorthound,
and Short Round.
so
Great character moments.
he's got like a block on his foot for driving, right?
yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
that's also funny.
that came factory in the Duesenberg in Shanghai.
Okay, another question was, I assume this car is manual because I don't know what year the automatic transmission was made. Did he have a block on his other foot for the clutch?
I don't know.
I guess you have to, otherwise it's just gonna burn the clutch up.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I would think too. Especially considering how he was
But
driving and taking all
yeah,
those
I was about to
turns.
say he stole it. He's driving it like he stole it. He ain't worried about the clutch.
That this kid can uh, drive. Like,
He can't. Who's to say he's not just floating every gear, dude? Like he probably don't need clutch.
surprised Dominic Toretto didn't show up to recruit this kid.
Family.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, guys.
We
Continue.
also get a Wilhelm scream too here.
We do. Why does Caleb hate the Williams scream so much?
Because people think they're so like that. People think they're so cool for pointing it out, and it's like it's not that cool. Like it's not that like just shut up. It's a stock sound effect. Shut up.
I just like that it's a callback to classic cinema, Caleb. They don't have
It's
to do it.
well they need to quit calling because man,
Some of my
hmm,
favorite movies have Wilhelm screams in it.
that's great.
I'm not gonna list them because it's far too many movies to
Do
list.
those movies have a character by chance named Wilhelm?
Probably not.
Then they need to leave the scream out of it.
Caleb, I had no idea that you were this passionate about this.
Oh, buddy, we could have a whole pot. No, I don't care.
You sound
But
like me talking about that one Batman movie.
but okay, it gets a little obnoxious online when like you go to the comments of some video and somebody's like Wilhelm screaming. It's like, yeah, no kidding. It's like we all heard it.
Well, also at the same time, it's like this is somebody's first movie, Caleb.
Who cares?
I,
I'm
I
just kidding.
care.
I'm just kidding.
somebody might have never seen this movie, and they might go watch our podcast.
That was
Highly,
me. I had never
highly,
seen it.
highly unlikely twice that they watch this movie and then they find our podcast, and then they learn about the Wilhelm screen, and then the first thing they think of is, man, that Caleb guy hates that Wilhelm screen mess.
What did Wilhelm do to him?
So they get on a plane, which we see is Lao Che's, air company or whatever.
That
So
was that was a really funny scene when he shuts the door.
yeah, and so I like when Willie's like, "What are you, a lion tamer?" Like
Mhm.
I understood
so.
that reference.
We see that the fuel's being let out, and we see that the pilots get out, and next thing you know, she's asking Indy, "You know how to fly, don't you?" And they just don't work out. So they end up going out the side with one of those little life raft things. And I'm pretty sure that they would have died like whenever they hit the ground, wouldn't they? I
Oh
mean,
yeah, the force of the air would have blew them away from the raft anyway, and they would have just fell to their death. But before that, do you guys like? Does it bother you that like in the images of the plane going down or whatever, you still see the propeller spinning, but then in shot inside the cabin of the airplane, the propeller is clearly like not spinning at all.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't
It
know.
it is like an error. Like in every
Yeah,
shot from the cabin out, the propeller is not spinning.
yeah,
Like it's rotated like almost off center to where you can like almost barely see it in each of the shots.
yeah.
So like
That's a plot hole.
it is a plot hole.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not everything's a plot hole.
Plot hole, Caleb.
No, it's not. It's a
It is.
continuity error.
Look, how are they flying if it wasn't rotating in the first
No.
place?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Good eye.
It's bothered me since the first time I've watched this movie. So that's just me nitpicking. I didn't know if
Yeah.
anybody else noticed it though.
Well, I didn't.
Well, I guess I'm the only
Hey,
one. Sorry.
So
good
they're
on you.
they're slaying down all this. And it really reminded me of a movie that would come out a few years later, The Living Daylights.
Yep.
Reminded me
Yeah.
of that a lot. There's some of these. Reminded me of the cello. Um,
We have nothing to declare.
Jinx.
yeah. Um, so
Caleb, Jonathan,
they go off a cliff.
sorry to butt in
Good.
one more time.
Good.
They're seen flying out of Shanghai. It shows them almost immediately flying over the Great Wall of China. How close to the Great Wall of China is Shanghai? Because it's like I looked up a map of the Great Wall of China, and it's like maybe there's sections of it there, but it's not the border. It's not the border of China. So it just I could see it as they were leaving that set, like the leaving China going into another area. But like this happens immediately. We're showing the map of them leaving Shanghai and then flying over the Great Wall of China.
Okay. So I don't know. Oh yeah, no, this is the answer to my question. It's 13 minutes
It's 13 minutes from Shanghai.
from Shanghai to the Great Wall of China.
Okay, well then I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
I,
I didn't know. That's why I was trying
I'm
to
glad you I'm glad you asked that question because
because I
that's
couldn't tell from the way the map was because I looked at several different maps and then the direction they were flying.
uh, hold on. This is why I don't like Google, or maybe I'm just illiterate. It's probably more likely that. This says the Great Wall is about 800 miles away from downtown Shanghai. That's not 13 minutes.
So I looked it up and it says like 12 hours.
This
So
is one to two. Wait a minute.
I was hoping
Okay.
Jonathan would know more than this since he was a teacher.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jonathan. I'm not trying to like put you on the spot, bro.
Oh,
It was
you're
just
good.
I'm not looking for inconsistencies in the movie. It's just like one of those. I noticed it watching the movie on a second rewatch.
We saw them survive that fall from the airplane. So let's,
Clearly, it's fantastical. I'm sorry, I've
yeah,
heard.
even though chronologically, like, it doesn't really make sense, but like, but we know that happens. We know they survive. So let's give the
Benefit of the doubt.
let's give the geography the benefit of the doubt.
I'm sorry, guys.
So Indy winds up in India, and we got this kind of like shaman or preacher or holy man or whatever this guy is supposed to be. And so we go to this really desolate looking village. And
They're really excited to see Indy.
yeah, like so the way, everybody's swarming Indy, whenever I went to Africa, that is the way that they did me. Like,
Wow, crazy.
yeah, that's the way it was like going into those schools. All those kids would come up to you and do that. It's wild.
Oh wow,
But
that's it's interesting. I don't know whether to say that that's cool or what, but it's certainly interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know everybody received that
yeah, well, I mean, at
that
least
sort
these
of
people,
welcome.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um, I like how this old lady comes up to Short Round and is trying to hug on him, and he's just like not having it,
he ain't having it now.
Um, so they take him into this house, and they brought him some food, and Indy's like, "You need to eat this because you're insulting them and you're embarrassing me." And that's the way I feel about most things. But whenever I was in Africa, there was like some goat intestines that I had the opportunity to eat, and I did not do it. And I mean, I wasn't obnoxious about it or anything, but I mean, I just didn't do it.
Just like no thanks.
Yeah. Um,
They weren't offended by that though, were they? Like,
no, no, it was
'cause
all good.
like, it's like they got to be used to people turning that down.
Yeah.
I had goat intestines for breakfast.
So Indy wants to go to Delhi, but this holy man wants him to go to the Pankot Palace. And there's been a lot of evil coming out of there.
I'll say.
Yeah, like the stone that, is like sacred to the village got taken. And the holy man thinks that Shiva brought Indy there to right the wrong that's happening.
Could be.
And like later on that night, we see a kid walking out, having escaped. And so you hear Indy talk later on about fortune and glory. So he's got to go get the Shankara stones. I believe I said that right.
So we're about to see how long of a trek this is from there to Pankot Palace. The fact that this kid escaped, traveled this distance with no food, I assume he had some water, but like, I'm surprised he even made it back, honestly.
How long was it?
Well, no, I mean, like, you see that it takes forever by elephant back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like,
I'm sorry
he,
for the long pause.
he's presumably on foot the entire time. That's yeah.
Yeah, it's rather insane because the train is ridiculous. You
Yes.
got to
Yeah.
cross through rivers and ponds and trek past
Hmm.
everything. So,
Yeah. That's a good point. And I think that's why they depicted him as so like
wore out,
wore out and kind of skinny.
malnourished.
Um, yes, malnourished. So how did you say that how did you pronounce the word for the stones?
Shankara stones.
Okay, San Kura is what I have here. So yeah,
Okay.
close enough.
So they get on this elephant, and of course we get some gags with Willie on the elephant.
Haha, very funny, very
Yeah.
wet.
So later on at camp, we get Indy and Short Round playing poker.
Okay, this scene is hilarious.
Yeah.
This scene, I can say Willie actually adds to. Like, as she is screaming hysterically in the background as Indy and Short Round are just
Yeah,
playing
it's just
poker. That I was actually laughing at that scene quite a bit. So
Well, they're pretty much ignoring her the way I try to ignore her for the rest of the movie. So,
they're
and
giving you instructions right here.
I also
um,
like the dynamic where Short Round is accusing Indy of cheating while
Yes.
actively cheating.
yeah,
at
both
cards.
of them are cheating.
Now, Short Round caught him first, so
Yeah, he caught him first, but Short Round was cheating at the same
but
time.
he caught Indy first.
He might have caught him, but like it's the fact that
I
he's
know.
cheating too.
And accusing Indy of cheating. Yeah, you
So
cheat big.
We also get some backstory on Short Round. His family was killed by the Japanese whenever the Japanese invaded China, and Indy met him when he was trying to pickpocket him.
Hmm.
So
Adds up.
yeah,
this is
um,
a very I know it's not intentional, but the introduction of Short Round of this film and the use of him throughout the film is very Robin to Indy's Batman. And one could say that's like very similar to Jason Todd stealing the wheels off the Batmobile, and the Batman taking him in as his ward, making him Robin. You got Indy making Short Round his sidekick.
yeah,
I think it's kind of cool.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that similarity. I didn't know that's so. What canon is that in?
I mean, it's just Jason Todd's origin story. Like whenever he's
Like,
introduced as Robin, you see it, and it's brought up several times. It's brought up in the Under the Red Hood movie, which is based off the Under the Red Hood graphic
oh,
novel.
okay, so generally, whenever Robin is introduced, that's kind of like,
Jason Todd's Robin. He's the second
okay,
Robin.
okay, I got you. I didn't know that. I've never heard that
Yeah, he's a
that story
delinquent
about.
type character. So
Yeah, I kind of figured,
yeah,
but
great introduction though, and just the
yeah,
fact
very similar to this. Then very similar to Short Round.
you gotta fit those Batman references in when you can.
That's right.
Yeah.
Um, I do like the scene where like Indy was like, talking about sleeping close, and she's like, I'd rather sleep with a snake, and then like there was a snake, but she thought it was the elephant. She's like, I hate that elephant. Like, I don't know, like I just always laugh whenever I see that scene. Just I don't know.
When she throws it towards Andy, if you'll notice, he like kind of recoils, consistent with the first movie
Yep.
because he hates snakes.
Hate
So
snakes.
does hate snakes.
yeah.
So the elephants gets taken away,
So
and
what
go ahead.
happens? What happens for them to leave with the elephants?
I don't
Like,
know.
I didn't understand the significance of them seeing that idol.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
had been
same here.
seeing they had been seeing the vampire bat or the not vamp. I mean, are they vampire bats? What are they called? Whatever kind of bats
Yeah,
they
I can't remember what he called them.
are. But I mean, they had been seeing the bats during the daytime, and if that wasn't enough of an omen, they see this idol or whatever, and then they dip out just like
Oh, I didn't realize the bats were an omen. I just kind of thought that they kind of just they did that during the day.
I would
Like
assume.
those, you didn't even get. You're right. You probably are right. But what I sort of come up with in my own head is that they just kind of picked up on a bad vibe. But uh, yeah.
I think you're right there that that's the implication of the scene. So that would make sense. I just think like the bats are like a maybe a birds reference or something like that.
Oh, what reference?
Birds,
Birds.
like the Hitchcock thing.
Yeah, I thought about that myself, actually, Colton.
Yeah, no. You're probably right. Yeah. Um, but actually, no. Yeah, that makes way more sense. So
So, at the Pankot Palace, we meet the Prime Minister of the Maharaja, and we'll see him later on. But I love this scene. I can't remember what it was showing, but it was just like showing something, and you hear Andy say, "Shorty, where's my razor?" I don't know. I just thought that was like a funny. I just just kind
I like it. Yeah, that there's that. And I like how he's always saying short round, get her stuff.
of
He's pretty much got like child labor
Yeah,
anywhere he goes.
that's literally what he's got.
um. So next time we see Indy, he's in his school teacher outfit, not his leather jacket, but kind of like his, bow tie and whatever he wears. And we see a British guy there. And yeah, India was under British rule at this time. I don't know if you guys were familiar with that.
Uh, I think during this movie you get the implication that there's British occupation, but I did not know that. I knew loosely that there was a lot of British involvement during that era in India, but I didn't know to what extent because like it's referenced in like other movies and stuff I've watched, like The Secret Garden and stuff like that. So,
Well, India was like, the crown jewel of the British Empire,
well,
all the resources that they got from it and stuff like that.
like
I
the
think it was,
season,
go ahead.
like the spices and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think it was, and I might be wrong, but I think it was like 1948 whenever they got independence from the British.
Well, also, I think part of my knowledge to this, what little bit I know of, in Batman and Robin, I know it's not the most loved Batman movie. Alfred references his brother working for one of the queens in India, and like him being like a British servant slash bodyguard to her, and it's you see like older pictures, and like you see like a bunch of British people with a bunch of Indian people, and like you got the queen on elephant back and being
Hmm.
drawn, all that stuff. So
Okay,
that's where some of my knowledge came from.
I got you. I will say this: the usually in movies, colonial empires aren't treated as the good guys, but in this movie, I mean, I think the this dude here is a lot like this white guy here is probably a lot better than some of these like cultists and whatever we see later on. One of the few movies where colonial people are actually portrayed as, it's all right.
It's a very rare sight that the
Yeah,
colonizers are the good
yeah,
guys.
but like I mean, it's bad when the freaking colonizers are painted as the good guys.
Yeah.
Do you guys get Doctor No vibes from this doctor that he?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I was just making sure that wasn't just me.
Um, and the Maharaja is a little kid, and we know this because Willie, who in her gold digger ways was was wanting to hook up with him.
I
Then,
knew that word was going to get brought up.
yep.
Describes
Um,
her well. She was so disappointed when she found out as a kid too. She was like, "That's him."
yeah.
Yeah, short round even kind of tried to persuade her, like maybe he likes old women.
Also, Short Round like waves at him like they're gonna be friends, and the kid could not care less. So I felt bad for Short Round because like he's the only kid in a huge swath of adults.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like foreshadowing, right? Or no?
I mean, there will be more kids later, or foreshadowing to him. Like, I don't think the two things are equatable. I,
Probably, yeah, probably not.
I
That's. I'm kind of reaching, I guess.
or you referring to like what I assumed you meant was like his the the prince or whatever he's called, like his turn.
His
I'm
turn.
Yeah, like him being not good because he was.
Yeah, but doesn't short round get him to turn back?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like
Okay,
it's
I'm sorry.
foreshadowing,
I
but
totally
it's totally
misunderstood.
not right.
Okay,
It's not.
I
It's
mean it
not
might be.
foreshadowing.
I mean it could be.
It
I
could be,
I
but it's
misconstrued what
not.
I was gonna say.
Do what?
I just misunderstood your reference there. That was my bad.
Oh, okay. No, that's not.
So they really make a gag out of like all the food that they're eating. Like we got them eating, well, we got people
Man,
eating snakes and bugs, and
So
so
are they baby snakes coming out of the snake, or are they
I
eels?
yes, I don't.
Because they look like eels, kind of. Like
That whole part just like
it's disgusting.
yeah,
And the
like
shield monkey brains.
we got soup with eyeballs. We got monkey head with chilled monkey brains.
Mm,
Um, it's a
yeah,
scene. Michelle likes that scene.
it's a
I'm
cool scene.
I'm leaving the worst Yelp review. That's
Do what?
man.
1 out of 10 would not eat here
I,
again.
I said I would leave the worst Yelp review. This thing grossed me out, man. Like
My monkey brains were
I'm
not.
just gonna be straight up. This thing grossed me out. Made me like the movie a little less. Still like it. I'm
There is a
still.
scene that is very similar to this in Octopussy.
I know. Oh, trust me, I know. And I don't
Right,
like it either.
whenever Bond's at Kamal Khan's place and like he's eating with
And
him.
he pops the eyeball out and
Yeah,
just.
like
And I thought that was bad. Man, this scene takes the cake. I wish
speaking of
I wish it took cake, but no, there's no cake present in this scene.
Don't
There
even
are
bring
chilled
up
monkey
cake.
brains.
Don't even bring up cake because there's no telling what they would make the cake out of.
you know, speaking of Octopussy, this movie always reminded me of Octopussy because Octopussy's in India. They're
Yep,
both
same.
just made a few years apart, like 1 year apart, I think. Yeah, like,
Is
I
that
think
right?
Octopussy was 83 and this was 84. So
Well,
I believe you, but I'm gonna look it up anyway.
they're probably shooting along like relatively similar time. So it might just be coincidence, or do you think that they saw Octopussy and then they're like, let's put this in our movie? Or
I mean, I have no idea. I really
clearly
like,
it's Bond inspired anyway. So
yeah.
Oh, I mean, movies have been influencing each other since movies started. So yeah, could be.
So later on that night, we get Indy and Willie kind of making out, you know. Um, but then of course Indy pisses her off, so he goes back to his room, and they're both there's just kind of like this gag with the both of them looking at the mirror and looking at the time and whatever. Um, but before any fun could be had, we get this dude that comes and tries to strangle our boy Indy. And what about this flip that they do? Like dude strangling Indy, so Indy flips over and flips dude over, who then flips Indy over again and has them strangled again. It was pretty wild.
That is crazy.
I think this is
All the go ahead.
no, you go ahead, Caleb. You're fine.
All the while Willie's out there just being dumb.
Being her true self.
Yeah.
There's something about this sequence that bothers me.
What's that?
The guy is in Indy's room, right? The assassin is in Indy's room. And then Indy takes the assassin out with the help of short round and all that stuff. Then he proceeds to go to Willie's room and finds the secret passage. Where'd the guy come from? He didn't come from the secret passage in Willie's room and then sneak to Indy's room.
No. It would have made more sense had he come into Willie's room. Like they could have written it as like Indy goes back to her room and then the guy comes to the secret passage. That's how they found that's how they find it.
It would have made
But
more sense, I think. Not that it does
yeah,
make sense.
but it makes the question where it comes from.
Yeah, like he just comes from out of the shadows,
Yeah,
What do you think about that guy's death scene?
that was awesome.
It definitely
That
was.
was so cool.
Getting hung from the.
Yes, dude, brutal, but like
Yeah, it was brutal.
really,
Short round just over
man,
you like another Tuesday for short round.
man.
Yep.
India has some really high quality ceiling fans.
Oh yeah.
That thing didn't budge.
No,
I
it
mean,
did not.
it had to be like 250 pounds at least, you
Yeah,
know? Like,
Honestly, I'm surprised they had ceiling fans anyway.
my next ceiling fan is coming straight from India. I'm sure it'll be just as high quality,
so so we
no doubt.
see our boy Indy fondling the statue as he looks around.
I'm right here.
So he puts it
Yeah,
in.
shut up, Billy. Why does this cord keep popping out, dude? I'm trying to charge my headphones. They keep dying.
I do love this scene where he's like looking all over the place and she's like, I'm right here. And he's just
Yeah.
like on a mission, does not give two craps about her. And she just is self centered as always. This is probably her best scene for me, I think. She chews this scene up.
She just
Um,
can't. She just cannot take a hint, though, dude.
Caleb, you keep looking up above you, and it looks like it reminds me of the Brady Bunch whenever
I
they
know.
look.
I'm waiting on like somebody else to pop in, but here we are. Um,
It's just like in the Brady Bunch, and they're looking up and down and over and side to side. It
yeah,
looks like you're looking up at Jonathan. So,
that's funny. No, my other screens up here, and I totally forgot what I was looking up. So thanks for that. Um, I'm just kidding.
no,
so
you're fine.
Indy and Short Round are walking, and I like, I like Indy's like step where I step and don't touch anything. So immediately, like, Short Round touches something, like I just, you know, and those what happened? Those like skeletons or dead bodies or whatever came.
Yeah.
But so we get our little gross out moment, which are our roaches in this movie.
Like there's roaches and what millipedes and
Yeah.
everything. Like gigantic stick bugs. Like, how did all that get in there? And why is it all just right there?
That's a good question, man. They need to call the exterminator like yesterday because, man, that place is,
Infested.
yeah. I
Like
was talking,
they're not brought up again anywhere else in the other like once they get through this little doom trap, they get down into the temple of doom, which is really more of a cavern of slave labor. Uh
yeah, yep.
Indiana Jones and the Cavern of Slave Labor. That's the new title of the movie.
So the
That was,
wheel
that was the
closes.
working title.
So the wheel closes behind Indy and Short Round, and the ceiling starts coming down. And thankfully, your girl Willie comes to save the day. Of course, we got to have some moments with her, worrying about breaking her nail and all that stuff and how gross it is. But but I really like how Indy. I like that scene where he's like, "We are going to die."
She could not care less.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying earlier, dude, she can't take a hint. Like, if that's what it took, Indy, hey, we are going to die.
So like,
And she was still apprehensive, like, it's gooey.
so she fixes that. Everything's good, and then she activates it, and again the thing's coming down. But they just so happen to get out, and we see, Indy get his hat back, which it's like a common thing we see. We saw that in the first one too, with him grabbing his hat while he was, you know, rolling through, under a door.
Mm-hmm.
I do love that scene. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
It's referenced in so much media.
yeah.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
So we see our heroes looking over the thuggy cult in their lair, and Indy says that they're down there worshiping Kali, which is like some god or whatever that they're worshiping. Um, so this guy gets put in this cage. What do you guys think about this whole scene?
So whenever they, I think it's weird when he pulls his heart out. I think it's great special effects. I don't know what gives this evil shaman or whatever he is that kind of ability or power, but it's awesome. Very dark side. But then they lower the dude down in the cage, and like as dude gets closer to the lava or whatever, it's so hot that he like combusts before he even gets to the lava. What's the melting point for that iron or steel or whatever it is? Like, how does that even survive?
I
Because
don't
like
know.
whenever do what?
I don't know.
Because whenever they pull that up, like there's no bones, there's no cloth, it's over with. Like everything's gone, but the
Yeah.
cage. So it's putting too much thought into it. I'm sorry.
Uh, it's a fair question. It's just high quality Indian steel, man. I don't know. That's the
Yeah, so
same material the ceiling fans are made out of.
the whole pulling the heart out thing, that's really a iconic scene for the franchise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I always thought.
I didn't realize that that is uh, where this. I didn't realize this is where that comes from, or how you phrase that. But man, very disturbing.
Yeah.
Little known fact for fans: this would later go on to inspire Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat series. Like that video
Okay.
game character watches this movie and makes that his special move.
Really.
No, no, I'm just making all that up. I'm
So
sorry.
You see how you just be saying stuff though? Like
I'm sorry.
I brought that up last. I'm just kidding.
so we see the stones that Indy's looking for. So he swings down there to get them. And whenever he gets them, what does he hear? He hears a bunch of kids. So we have like a moral choice that our hero takes right now. Instead of just leaving with the stones, he ventures forth to see what's going on. We also see Short Round and Willie get abducted by the thuggy cultists.
That jump scare got me. I'm ashamed to say.
That is a good jump scare. There's a few of
Yeah,
them in this movie. That was a good
yeah,
one.
that one got me.
So Indy's looking at all these slaves and all these kids in the mine, and he gets so like I guess pissed off that he takes a rock and he throws it.
Lapse in judgment there.
Yep, and he gets captured and gets reunited with our boy Short Round and that kid who's in there with Short Round talking about what will happen after you drink blood, which is foreshadowing. That was another thing that I had the opportunity to do was drink blood whenever I was over in Africa. I didn't do that either.
Yeah, probably made the right choice there.
Wise. Very wise, I would say.
So we got slaves digging for the other two stones and also gems that help the cause, you know, and our the main bad guy here, Mola Ram, tells us that he's going to slaughter all the British in India, and then he's going to defeat the Muslims and the Hebrews, which I'm guessing he meant Jews, and the Christians, and then Kali Ma will be, you know, Lord of the world, or I mean,
I don't know about all those other groups, but man, good luck with the British because they're the good guys in this movie.
um, so we see this really big guy come over, and he's trying to make Indy drink this drink. Of course, Indy spits it up, this blood. So then we get this voodoo doll, and it just keeps on getting more pulpy as it goes, like more fantastic. So we get this voodoo doll, and finally our boy Short Round, he's just had enough. So he hits the kid with the voodoo doll, and he goes over, he just starts, going wild on that. on that big guy. So I mean, hey, short round might be a little dude, but you know what?
He's scrappy, dude.
He's down for it. You know what I mean?
He learned from the best.
Yeah,
So
on the streets of
Shanghai.
yeah, Shanghai. Yeah.
So anyway, Indy is made to drink this blood, and we see him smiling all strangely, looking crazy. And we also see Short Round breaking his chain too. So he's
Oh,
not just going to sit around and do nothing. He's going to actively try to get out.
I would have believed that he's the first one to ever do
Yeah,
that
for real. Like,
because there's no precautions set in place for that.
He's
That
the second one. He's the
who's
second one.
who's
The first one
first?
was a kid that showed up in the village.
That's right.
there
Hey,
you go, Colton.
good eye,
Sorry.
good eye,
So
Mike.
next thing we know, we're at this ritual, and we also see the prime minister guy from the whenever they were eating dinner earlier.
The gross dinner, yeah.
He's there.
Yep.
Prime minister is, and we see Indy, and he's looking all crazy, and we see Willie getting put on the rack, and we see Indy, locking her in, and we see him smacking Short Round.
Didn't care for that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
That hurt
That was
me.
a bad scene, wasn't it? Like you just, like you just don't
That
expect
hurt,
to see
dude.
it.
That hurt. Like that
Yeah,
hurt me.
So I like how he did. Obviously, he's got some sort of like romantic attraction to. I don't think it's romantic. I think he's just got the hots for Willie, just because she's attractive. Because
yeah, yeah. I mean, I do too.
yeah, she's just the most annoying person I've ever met without meeting. But the fact that her feminine wiles could not like change
Pulling
this,
out the trance.
yeah, pull him out of the trance. But then like we get to Short Round and the scene with Short Round, which obviously is the fire more than likely, but the emotional scene with Short Round and telling Indy that he loves him is like that got me. That's probably the best part in this whole movie, I think.
He said, "You're my best friend."
He's like Indy,
Stop,
I love you.
Jonathan.
You're my
Yeah,
best friend.
Yeah.
man, it was just touching.
Dude, I almost cried. Like I didn't the first time I watched this movie as an adult, like a month, like a few weeks ago. I didn't even pick up on it. I guess I was just loosely watching it on my phone. When I watched it night before last at work, I was watching it, and it got me. Like I felt that like right here in my gut.
Mhm.
You know, that's a touching moment, and
Yep.
it's probably my favorite part of the movie. I think it isn't action related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was acted well.
It was
Yeah.
both of them act really well.
Yeah, so Indy gets burnt by Short Round, and that snaps him back to reality. And
Oh, there goes gravity.
I was about to make a reference to.
so they put that prime minister guy in that machine, the gears, keeping Willie up.
Are you
Yeah.
talking? Are you talking about the wheel that they turned to?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome. That was sick.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool too.
So Indy gets the stones back. He hugs Short Round, has a little bit of emotional moment, you know, and they go about getting all the slave kids released. Um, which I mean, we get a pretty badass scene of Indy, standing there as everybody's, pushing the carts forward, and you see him just standing there, and then he beats the crap out of all the dudes, keeping the slaves, overseeing them or
Mhm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then whenever he fights the big guy, we see the sledgehammer, he throws it and it bounces off one of the dudes there. Um, they're in the mine car.
The mine car chase was pretty sick too, dude.
Yes. Yeah, the mine
That
car chase
jump,
was wild.
the jump. That
Yeah, the
was
jump is awesome.
it was I mean obviously they didn't jump a mine car. Or maybe they did. I don't know. But it was that was shot really well.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess Steven Spielberg invented GoPros because they had well, okay, obviously he didn't because they had those heavy film cameras, I guess, mounted to the mine cars to get some of those shots. I thought that was really shows their determination for great filmmaking.
Usually we talk about back projection in some of the old Bond movies. We'll get some forward projection here in some of this
Yeah,
mine cart scenes.
I'm glad you said that because that's something that I did want to touch on. This movie does it right. This movie does the rear and front projection right. Like it looks really good. And I wanted to ask you guys, I wanted to kind of quiz you. Do you guys know why it looks so much better in this movie as opposed to some of the Bond movies?
Wow.
Hit us with it.
Because there's stuff happening in the foreground. Like when there's a couple of quick shots when they're like skiing and then float a raft down that mountain. Um, you get a couple of quick rear projection shots, and in those shots you get stuff moving by in the foreground that like ties the two elements together and makes it like cohesive. And it looks
Gives it dimension.
gives it dimension, sure, yeah. And that's all it takes to like trick your brain into believing it, I guess. But yeah,
I
I
want
just
to,
thought I'd point that out.
so I want to tell you guys, I like I like dissecting film and talking about this kind of stuff. But honestly, like my belief was suspended. Like I
Oh
was
yeah, sure. So was
I,
mine.
I was fully immersed in this movie, and I never even once thought that they weren't in a mine car, like in a mine shaft. Like I didn't notice when they were flying down the mountain that it was rear projection, any of that. Like I didn't notice in the cart, I didn't notice in the cavern. That's on me. So,
Well,
I,
no, it's not on you.
well,
That's
they did a good job with it.
yeah, that's just good filming. I can tell that like behind the scenes there was perfectionism going on because all the effect shots look not just passable, they look good. So
Definitely, there's a lot of love that goes into these movies that we don't see in modern films. I don't think.
yeah, that's very true. But and I was also comparing it to like other films around the same time. Like it's the attention to detail, man. Like I don't know. I I'm gonna keep going if you guys don't interrupt me. So
No, you do whatever you want, bro. We're here for the pod. If you feel like it needs to be said, go ahead and say it. Jonathan.
So, um, we get the flooding of the mine by Mola Ram and his men. And I really like this scene whenever Indy, he stops the mine cart with his foot, you know, and he gets out and water, like it just,
He keeps it going.
yeah. And so then all of a sudden, a ton of water starts coming, buck wild at them. And this one scene of them standing there on the side of the cliff, man, that is scary. You know what I
It's
mean?
definitely scary.
That is that's terrible. I would hate to be in that predicament, my boys.
I'm just gonna say matte painting. Not gonna say anything else. That way I don't bog us down again with the technical stuff. So
I'm just gonna say I didn't notice again.
proceed.
So anyway,
Can I say one
um,
thing about the bad guy real quick? What's his name? Mola
Mola
Ram.
Ram.
He reminds me of Terry Masalas, Blofeld.
Oh,
Terry's
ye-
However you say his name. It's Terry Savala. So, say his name right, John. My bad.
Savalas.
Terry Savalas. I'm sorry I said his name wrong. Uh, his portrayal, I don't know if it's just his skin complexion or what, but or the fact that he's bald, but I get that vibe from this guy.
It's
Two
Telly Savalas.
Terry Savalas. See, not
Like
bad. It's been 2 years
You
since we watched that movie.
you both failed.
Well,
I didn't know his name at all. So
my my grandma used to watch that detective show he was on. What was that Kojak? Was that what it was?
oh man, I've never seen
yeah.
Kojak, so
I mean, I've never watched it, but that yeah. Did he also smoke cigarettes? Weird than that.
He smoked cigarettes, but then like in his real life, he quit smoking cigarettes. So he started like, having suckers or lollipops or whatever you want to call them, and that became his thing. Like on the show was a sucker, and he would always say, "Who loves you, baby?"
he kept up with his oral fixation. He just replaced crack
Yes.
with
Well, a lot of
lollipop.
people do that when they quit smoking.
Yeah.
Um. So anyway, we get them climbing on the they're going climbing on the cliff, and they get to this really long bridge. So guys, whenever I was in Africa, we went on this canopy tour or whatever. And it was like you walk up these stairs real high up and you're over all these trees and you're walking like on this, like it's not really a bridge like this, but it's like metal fencing everywhere, the whole thing. And you're just climbing. Walking across it.
So
It
let me ask you this.
whenever I was on it, it reminded me of this.
Okay, so that probably answers my question. When you look down, what did you see?
Oh, like you saw a long way down.
Yeah, I'm out.
But
No
guys, I'll
doubt.
be
Not
honest with
doing
you.
that.
I
I'll
mean,
go back and drink the blood.
I was afraid, but it was one of those things I was like, you know what? You know what? Freaking James Bond could do this, so I'm gonna do it, and I did it. So,
Good for, hey, honestly, good for you. Seriously, that's awesome.
um,
Uh, are we past the part where Indy is met by the two swordsmen and he reaches for his gun? Have we?
oh, yeah, we need to talk about that.
Yes, we do.
Like
That scene is
we're like
hilarious.
literally right at that.
Okay, okay,
Like
cool.
that's where
Sorry.
we're at.
All right.
So him pulling out his gun is awesome because it's like a reference to a movie that hasn't happened yet, but it has happened. And I like that he couldn't just deal with it that way. So you see him having to deal with it another way. But then you also have like the ridiculous Scooby Doo aspect of him chasing them and then getting chased by far more.
Yeah.
That that scene had me like in tears. I thought that was so funny.
Is that not the same gag that was used in Star Wars Episode 4? Whenever
A New
okay, remember
Hope.
whenever they get out of the garbage compactor?
Yeah, and like he's chasing after him,
Yes, and then
and then like he goes around the corner,
yes,
and then
and
he
like
goes
all of a
back.
sudden runs up on like 5 million stormtroopers and like,
Oh, dude, you're right.
is that
It
not the
is.
same thing?
It
Yeah,
is
dude.
essentially the same thing.
And
It's the exact. You just ruined that for me.
and like also
To be fair,
another
we love that
thing,
movie too.
I'm just kidding. It's, both scenes are really funny.
another thing, George Lucas is back to his same old stuff. Whenever all right, same as last podcast. Whenever there's like a scene where say there's something coming down on Indy, it will show like it being like this, and then like another scene will
Oh,
happen,
yeah,
and then like
and
the
it's
next scene will be like it coming down again like that. I swear it did that in the room with the ceiling coming down, and in the
yes,
scene where he's like killing the guy with the crusher.
yep.
I swear, like Indy's head was like right under that crusher, and then like you'd see a scene of them fighting, and then to be like right back under it, like
You know that editor when he like went to the premiere of this movie, he was watching. He was like, "Man, George Lucas got into the editing room again." Like, because
yeah, but oh yeah,
continuity's all out of whack.
that's something else we didn't talk about was the dude getting crushed in that crusher thing. We also had Indy getting voodoo dolled for the last time because our boy Short Round went up there and
Took care of
used the
business.
fire trick again.
Yeah.
Um,
Go left.
What?
Go left.
Oh, yes.
um,
I want to bring up while we were still near the Star Wars subject, when they open the doors in the Temple of Doom, when the doors come open, it makes a lightsaber ignition sound.
Does it
really?
really?
Yeah.
Okay. The let's. I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning of the movie. The plane engines make that iconic sound that we brought up during last week's podcast, or not Raiders, the Raiders podcast. We
Raiders
talked about that.
podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that one again. So
Yep.
I,
When the engines on that plane are trying to ignite, it
yeah,
makes the
it makes the like the AT-AT like cannon sound or whatever.
yep.
very
Like
nice.
I wish I could like do it, but I can't. So like wish I
We're
could
not
do it
that
orally, but I can't do it for you.
we're not
Um
that guy from Spaceballs or Police Academy.
no, no, we're not.
His name.
Real quick, I want to touch on one more technical aspect because I can't remember if I brought it up on the Raiders podcast, but the sound design in this movie is so freaking good, man. The sound design is great.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like,
At this time, was ILM a thing? Like,
I don't think so.
okay.
well, I
Uh,
mean,
if okay, it probably was, but it probably wasn't called Eileen. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
no, no, you're good. Go ahead.
That's all. I was just. I don't think they had coined the name ILM yet. They might have. I'm fixing to look it up.
I mean, it just amazes me, like, how good these movies look. I mean, even today in 2026, I still think they look, I mean, to me, they don't look dated, like some movies do. I mean, in my opinion, they don't, like,
So ILM was founded in 1975, prior to the first Star Wars film.
Okay, but were they going by that name? That was my point. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, cool. All right, I didn't know. I guess I'll start sticking around for the credits.
Sorry,
No,
John. To your detriment, the film does look great. It makes me wonder if this movie has been remastered in 4K, like obviously they have, but I don't know how this compares to the original quality of like a home release
yeah,
compared to now.
I have no idea. Did I had the Blu-ray is what I did.
Okay,
Um,
I need to watch the Blu-ray. I have the DVD. I don't own the Blu-rays yet.
I have I have it on VHS too. I found it like for $1 at like some antique store one day, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy that.
I would definitely buy
I
this on
I
VHS.
guarantee you can get this on Laserdisc.
No, you are probably right.
Yeah. Um, so anyway, um, so we get Indy and everyone on the bridge. I'm not the bridge, the
Yeah,
rope
Road
bridge.
Bridge.
Yeah. And I really like when Indy's like, prepare to meet Kali in hell. Like, like,
He meant that
yeah,
too.
he
Like you
did.
can tell.
And
I love that no matter what universe he's in, Harrison Ford's prepared to tell somebody that they're about to go to, I'll see you in hell.
Oh yeah, The Fugitive.
Empire
Any
Strikes Back
other
also.
yeah,
any
I was gonna
other
say he did that in the
Harrison
Star Wars
Ford?
movie too. Um, so we see Indy start, wrapping his leg around the rope, and we see him tell Short Round like something in Chinese. So he cuts the rope, and everybody goes flying. Get several guys get fed to the alligators. Of course, our main characters here are still on the ladder, or well, it's a ladder now. It was a bridge.
Glad now.
Um, and the guy tries to do the heart thing to Indy, and of course that don't he doesn't work like
No,
that on Indy.
not happening.
He
And
doesn't subscribe to that belief.
and like Indy gets all like this scene where he gets all like he's like you betrayed Shiva, and then he starts like talking in another language, like he's just kind of like, all right, what is going on? And like,
Yeah, he
Here's how I
definitely.
do
Go ahead.
it.
Oh, you go ahead.
Uh, to me, it was just some of the residual blood in his system.
yeah, just coming back up
The
to life
cursed blood. It's just kind of
one more time.
still coursing through his veins just a little bit.
Um,
What was you gonna say, Colton?
I was gonna say like he was just feeling it in the moment, just because
Yeah,
obviously like Kali or whatever his bad juju exists. So Indy's like, I might as well call on some of this good juju, be spiritual or whatever. Like obviously these magical rocks are magical, so let's go
no,
on
they're
you.
not. No, they're not because in the next movie he's still very much a materialist.
No, I'm not saying his beliefs have changed. I'm saying these rocks are magical. He's gonna use them.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I hear you saying.
Okay. I'm not saying like his character.
Is inconsistent a little bit.
Oh no, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying.
I know, I know. I'm joking.
Okay.
so
My bad.
so we see the stones burning, and most of them are falling, but Indy keeps one of them, and Mola Ram falls down and gets ate up by the alligators or the crocodiles. And then
This shot right here of him falling was that added later? Like, was that sort? Was that kind of like a Star Wars special edition shot?
I
Or
don't know.
okay, I'm not saying that it looks bad. I'm just saying like it kind of looks inconsistent with
Yeah,
the time.
I noticed several little things in the movie, like special effects,
The
where it
plane
looked,
explosion. The plane explosion. You remember when
yeah,
it crashes into the mountain?
yeah,
That looks kind of
yeah. There was a few little wonky
modern-ish.
moments in the movie. Like,
Also, while we're on the subject, doesn't it take fuel for a plane to explode?
Hey, shut up.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm just kidding. No, you're
I'm gonna,
right.
I'm gonna call back to this moment in a future movie we're gonna watch.
No, like I'm saying that's what the movie would say to you. Hey,
Pretty much.
yeah.
Stop it. Stop thinking.
Yeah, cut it out.
so we see the British colonial troops show up, and they're fighting off all the thuggy cultist guys. Then we see our heroes go to the village, and it's not desolate anymore. It's actually nice looking. The kids come back, and Indy has went on a character arc where he's went from fortune and glory to doing the right thing and rescuing kids. And we see our heroes end, and that's it.
Happily ever after.
Yep.
Until
Until the
next
next one.
time. Yeah, until
Um,
the next movie.
by the way, I wanted to show this. I have the novelization of this right here.
Cool.
It's
What year was
old,
that?
but
What year was that printed? Because it looks newer.
1984.
Dang. So it's not
Oh,
a reprint.
No,
That's
this
high
is
quality.
hey, hold the cover up again, please. So that pose right there, I meant to bring that up earlier. I think like that pose comes from when like right before they start the process of like freeing the slaves. You
yeah.
see him standing there like in the fog or whatever. Just a cool shot
Yeah,
that I
like
wanted to.
I brought that up earlier. Maybe you didn't understand what I was saying, but yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Like I really like it.
how did you put it? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Earlier.
yeah, that was a great shot. I
Okay,
agree.
I guess I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah.
It,
Um,
it also has these these full color photos in it too, and I don't know if you can read that, but it says Indiana Jones, the dashing archaeologist. That's what it says on there.
Dude, I like how
how else do you describe it?
I mean, yeah, for real.
That's literally how I described him at the beginning of the movie.
It is, dude.
Yeah,
You must have saw that in full color.
he must have the
Golden
book.
Sun. Only
I don't
explanation.
have the book yet, but I plan on getting some. There,
The movie though, like you watched it in full color.
I did watch it in color. I was gonna bring this up because you brought up your indie book. Because I was gonna say it didn't really look like my Star Wars book. This is Return of the Jedi, but I thought this was older than it was. This is 1995, and I thought just because it, I mean, it's just like an old hardback book. So
So I actually have a paperback copy of it's a in like it's like a three in one, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, the novelizations of it.
how old is that? Because I'd like to see that sometime too.
I
Not to
don't
leave
know.
indie
I don't
behind.
know. I'll have to find it. It's either here or it's at my classroom at school because I had that in my library at school.
It'd be nice to see sometime. You can
Yeah,
send me some pictures.
I'll show it to you.
Have to bring it on the pod whenever we review Star Wars.
Yeah, dude. Like that was actually my wife's ex-husband's.
Oh well, glad he provided something good for the
Yeah,
equation.
there was some books that that was left over from whenever they were together. It was like that book and Conan.
Is that where your love of Conan comes from?
Partly, yeah.
Nice. Conan is pretty cool. I haven't.
Yeah,
Speaking of Conan, for our listeners, they're coming out with a new Conan animated series done by fan favorite artist Gendy Tartakovsky. He did Dexter's Laboratory,
yeah.
Samurai Jack, and Primal, and Star Wars the 2D micro series. So for Conan,
Cool.
sorry, John,
Oh no.
ADHD brain there.
Very interesting. Um, Dang, I love Conan. We gotta review those movies on here. I'd love to watch them again.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen them, Caleb?
I've not. No.
Oh, dude, they're awesome, man. Like for
No,
real.
my dad used to talk about it all the time growing up. He's a huge fan of which is weird that
Your
I haven't.
dad, man. Like,
Yeah, he's got pretty decent taste, but that yeah, it's weird that I haven't seen him. So I look forward to
have you
watching
seen
this.
them, Colton?
I've watched the first one. I've not watched the second one.
Well, they're both good. The first one's the best, though. Um, but
Uh, you
anyway,
talked me into watching that like last year.
I'm getting off topic. I could talk about Conan all night. So,
Conan O'Brien.
but so final thoughts on Temple of Doom, Colton Flat. What would you give this movie, and where would you rank it in your Indiana Jones list?
So my indie ranking. I've seen 3 Indiana Jones movies, and I'm not going to tell you what the first 2 are, like list wise. Like I'm not going to tell you what my first one is and what my second one is. But Temple right now is in the 3rd spot. It's the least of my favorites, if that makes sense. So far, uh, Temple is definitely like a 4 out of 5. Not a bad movie. Uh, I think I think I did 9 out of 10 for Raiders. So like Temple would be 8 out of 10, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Uh, great movie. I just think the title's wrong.
What would you call it?
I mean, I mean, what did I call it earlier? Was it the
Okay, so that's really what you would call it?
no, no? I just it doesn't seem like a temple of doom. It's like inside a palace. It's more like a cavern.
Something I wanted to touch on. Um, this is like, this is like the pulpiest movie ever. Like, the you got them doing like sacrifices and like you got mine cart chases, you got you know all sword fights and rope bridges falling. Like this is like, you got gangsters shooting at the beginning of the movie. There's a ton of stuff happening in this movie. This
It's
is
it's
like
almost it's almost spoof level.
yeah. Also like they wanted to really kind of like go full into the horror element. This is
That they did.
Yeah.
um this is like kind of like a also like a I guess a love letter not only to your adventure serials but also to your old school horror movies kind of. Um, I brought this up before we got on the pod, but you guys ever heard of Fu Manchu?
You and I have talked about it, but I don't know a lot about it.
This was old like character from the early 1900s and like was always he was like an Oriental guy, like an Asian guy, a Chinese guy, I believe, and he was always trying to like take over the world somehow. And a lot of the novels by nowadays would be incredibly racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they made movies based on this character, and like, man, Indiana Jones is really inspired by some Fu Manchu movies, man. Like
Really?
seriously,
That's pretty
like
cool.
That's interesting.
like
We,
like
we already
straight up.
know we already knew a lot of Lucas's inspiration from Japan and the East anyway because of like the old Japanese like samurai tales that inspired Star Wars. So that makes sense.
But but yeah, like
I didn't mean to make you lose your train of thought, John. I'm so
you
sorry.
just have to like watch. I mean, you just have to watch some of the old ones and just see like. I mean, you can if you watch some of these old movies, you know, these Fu Manchu movies, and then watch Temple of Doom, you could totally see
Yeah.
like
The
how they
influence.
took the influence. Yeah, and
Mhm.
I mean, you could also see that in James Bond too. I mean, like the filmmakers for Bond was. I mean, they watched those Fu Manchu movies as well. I mean, it's um. But anyway, I'm getting on a tangent here. Um, and
It's
the guy that
it's always it's interesting. It's like it says something about the time, and it says something about history when you look at like
yeah,
how certain films were influenced.
yeah.
So yeah,
And
I'm on board with that conversation any day.
okay, well, thank you. The way I got into the Fu Manchu stuff was by this guy named Damn Fool Idealistic Crusade. Colton, you remember me talking about him?
Yeah, yeah, we brought him up a few times. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, like he reviewed those. I mean, old like really old movies. Like some of them were like serials, you know, and some of them were like you know from the 60s and 70s and stuff like that. But that's how I became familiar with it, and honestly familiar with a lot of pulp characters as well was by watching his channel. So
Okay.
if you listen to this, you should go check him out. Um, but yeah, like so I think that Temple of Doom is my wife's favorite Indiana Jones movie, and man, like it might be mine too.
Really, Tipple's your favorite?
It might be, dude. Like every time I watch it, I think it is.
Is it just because it's so heavily Bond inspired or Bond coded to you?
I mean, I like the horror aspect. I like how pulpy it is, you know. Of course, I love the James Bond callback at the beginning, you know. I don't know. It's either this one or it's The Last Crusade is my favorite.
That's fair enough.
Um,
I can see it.
but I mean, I don't know. Like Raiders is great. Raiders, I just feel like I've seen that movie like a million times. I feel like I could just sit down and if you
And
gave
quote
me
that whole
paper
movie.
and a pencil, and said write the script out for this movie. I think I could probably do that with Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like, you know, like I've just seen it a million times. But I mean, Temple or Crusade is probably my favorite.
That makes sense.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Really looking forward to the next one. You know, we get Sean Connery in there. You know, of course, Sean Connery is my favorite actor of all time. So anytime we can watch him, it's awesome. Um, but I'm really more interested in you guys with the newer indie movies. Um, especially Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because I know that used to be like the fun thing was to, you know, talk bad about it. And I did talk bad about it for 10 years, and then I watched it one day, just at the house before the new movie came out. And I was like, man, this movie's not that bad. Um,
I
and go ahead.
I thought you were done. I'm sorry. Continue, Jonathan.
And then like I went and watched the new movie in theaters, and I really enjoyed it. And my Uncle Steve, Aunt Kathy's husband, shout out Aunt Kathy.
Shut up.
Uh,
Okay.
um, he saw the new movie and he really liked it. So I mean, he's been watching these Indiana Jones movies since they came out. So I mean, if he liked it, I think that's pretty good gauge of how good the movie is. But I've heard a lot of people say it's bad. But I want to hear you guys' honest opinion on Dial of Destiny. Like, I can't wait till that podcast, and especially because I haven't seen it since it came out, so it'd be good for me to watch it over again, see if I still feel as good as I did about it back then. Now,
So I just want to jump in and say this right quick. I know a lot of people don't like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I've never really subscribed to that notion just because my dad is a big indie fan. And so like your dad was a big Bond fan, Caleb, and like Jonathan, you've always liked indie. Well, when I was growing up, I liked indie too because my dad liked indie. So like I think he liked indie just as much as he liked Star Wars. Harrison Ford's probably my dad's favorite actor. And so like we would watch these movies together. So I remember watching all these movies together and then going to see Kingdom of the Crystal Skull in theaters when it came out was like it was almost as big as going to see Revenge of the Sith with my dad,
yeah,
which is
I mean,
probably
yeah, I mean, I agree, dude. Yeah,
that's probably my favorite childhood movie moment was going to see Revenge of the Sith with my dad. So going to see Kingdom of the Crystal Skull with my dad is up there really high. And I think that movie I haven't seen it since then and that movie I don't know, it's going to hold a special place in my heart because of that, I think.
I've never seen a movie with my dad in theaters.
Oh, that's
I'm sorry, John.
yeah. I'm
Oh, that's
sorry
fine.
too.
My dad's
Um.
not really a movie guy. You know what I mean?
So,
He's got his amount. He's got his like few movies that he likes, and that's about it.
uh, I've only seen a handful of movies in the theater with my dad, and one of those was Die Another Day, and that's what that's what sprung to mind when you were talking about watching uh, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull with your dad in theaters.
That's
Well,
awesome. You got that memory with your dad, man. You know, when the next Bond movie comes out, you ought to take him out and see it with him,
you definitely should. I
and then we all need to go see it together as well.
I think
Yes, absolutely.
I agree with both those sentiments. And while we're on the subject of watching movies with our dad, I recently went to the movie theater and saw the new He-Man movie with my dad, and it was awesome. And it came out today on Prime Video. If any of our listeners like that sort of thing, it's kind of Conan adjacent, I guess. The new Masters of the Universe on Amazon Prime, awesome. Me and my dad loved it. I thought it was awesome getting to see it with my dad. So
Yeah, that's shout out dads
shout out dads.
Hey, happy late Father's Day, dads out there.
Happy late Father's Day, dads out there.
and happy Mother's Day, Aunt Kathy.
Like Aunt Kathy doesn't have any kids, but
She's got you, Jonathan.
I mean, she was, I guess I am her kid. She did take care of me, so yes, happy Mother's Day.
Shout out, Aunt Kathy.
Shout out, Aunt Kathy. Um, any last thoughts on this movie?
It was a good movie.
It was good.
I liked it better the second time.
Yeah, like love this movie. Um, I don't know yet if it's my favorite or not. I just don't know. But love this one. If you made it this far in the podcast, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you think about us, what you think about what we talked about. Tell us if we sucked. Tell us if
Tell
you think what?
tell us if not enough of us have spoken.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Look, Dave Coulier finally answered my emails. Finally came on the podcast. It didn't add anything, dude. Didn't add anything to the conversation. So I'm sorry, Dave. You're not coming back. Um, sorry.
One can almost say he's been speechless.
Get that stupid grin.
Makes you want to hate him, doesn't it, Jonathan?
Well, guys, it's been good.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
And we will see you next time. I've been Jonathan Lynham.
I've been Colton Flat.
I've been Caleb Mabry.
And
I've been
together,
Duke, yeah.
we are for for
You're
for your ears. You guys are supposed to do it at the same time.
in unison, dude. There's lag. There's no way.
Dude, we're not gonna lag. One, two, three. For your
For
ears
your
only.
ears only. Only.
See, we did it.
Cast.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Bye, gents.